This map first impressions video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at PeterVill Farm. This map can be found over at the farmingsimulator.com website or in the in-game mod hub. This map, as of the initial release, is available for all platforms. That would be PC and console. And let me read you a brief part of the description. It says, "Welcome to PeterVill Farm. All farm buildings are static." What that means is no matter what game mode you play in, all of the farm will be set up exactly how you see it here in Farmer mode. Animated objects, including lights, gates, and more. Map includes all Farm Sim 19 features. All animals are built into the map. 49 fields, small, medium, and large. 4 farms, 1 yard, a BGA, a shop, and 1 grain sell point. There are 3 new models. It basically says 3 new models. Not sure what that is supposed to imply. Custom transport missions and a custom water shader. So with that, let's go ahead and jump on into the map. Pick our Mahindra, camera collision, and crosshair, and let's go ahead and pull up the log. See, the map is loading up. We have all of our placeables in here and our starting equipment, and we are good to go. So here we go. Here we are at our starting position. This is our career start position right here by the farmhouse. See, the farmhouse does have a sleep trigger associated with it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. Here is the PDA. Main farm is right here, which has chickens, cows, and sheep. As well as the farm silo. We have pigs over here on this farm, and then we have horses down here at this farm below field 44. There's 1 grain sub point up here on the map. There are 2 forests, and we do have a buyable BGA. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting land area. First off, all of this that is blue is basically unownable area. Has a price value of $0. So if we can sell it, we can buy it for $0. But we actually start out with actual usable land, field 41, main farmyard, field 28, and field 27. Part of the unbuyable areas includes the sell points, shop, roads in the areas between the fields here, as well as the water area. Now the farm down here by the horses, $116,000. The farm here north of field 48, $51,800. Now the pig farm, $234,000. And there is a small area up here that you could use for placeables. Not a lot of placeables, but in theory you could build yourself out a kind of a small little satellite farm up here on area 9, field 9, for $353,000. Take a look at the BGA. It's priced at $84,000. And let's take a look at some of these bigger fields. Field 44, $1.1 million. 45, $828,000. Field 43, $553,000. Then we have little things like 13, $103,000. 11, $107,000. Field 48 and 49, $185,000. Like I said, like I said in the description, there are lots of various fields and various field sizes. 16 and 17 is pretty large, $1.4 million. 19, 22, and 23 you get as a combo, $558,000. Let's take a look at the sell points. We have 1 grain sell point here on the map. It accepts all of our standard crops. We have 2 sell points for cotton and wool, 1 for eggs and milk. You have a sell point for wood chips, and the barn will buy silage, hay, straw, and grass, in addition to the buyable BGA. Did you pick that up? decent list of starting equipment, all well maintained and no operating hours at the beginning. Nothing is leased from the beginning. When we start with the main farm, which includes chicken, cows, and pigs. Sorry, pigs. Sheep. Chicken, cows, and sheep. While we own those animal areas from the start, we do not have any animals in those at the start. And then we do have contracts, as the description said. Right now, we just have a contract for transportation. I don't know if that means that we will not have contracts for fields, or if that just means that none of them have showed up yet. Let's take a look at our starting equipment. We start out with 3 tractors, the Massey Ferguson 5610, the Fendt 716 Vario, and the Massey Ferguson 7719. So our tractors range in horsepower from 105 to 210 horsepower. We have the New Holland TX32 Harvester with our New Holland TX32 header. We have the 1978 Lizard pickup, TKD 302 AgriLiner trailer. We have the POH5 plow, the Amazon cultivator here. We have the Rapid A600S seeder, Kuhn 9531 windrower. We have a round baler and a weight as our starting equipment. Let's take a look at the placeables and see if we have any custom placeables. Since we can't sell any of the placeables that are embedded in the map, I don't suspect we have too many custom placeables. We have a custom workshop we can put down. Just a trigger and a hotspot. And that is pretty much it as far as custom placeables go. Let's go on over here to PeterVill Farm and give it kind of a walk around. So first up, we have the cow area, a custom cow area where we're going to hire cows. See them spawned in here, so they must spawn in around the back. Have our slurry point, our food trough, and our straw trigger right there. Around the corner we have the milk trigger here by our wonderfully designed and detailed milking parlor. Found all of these wonderful little details when I was trying to figure out where the chickens were, because the chicken hotspot is not where the chicken area actually is. Quite a while to figure out where that was. See if we can figure out where our cows go. Not over here. Suspect the water trigger is over by the cows proper. And while we're down here, let's go ahead and show you where the chickens actually are compared to where their icon is. So here we have the chicken food trough. We have the egg spawn trigger. Then right here by our silo is where we will acquire our chickens. And I suspect they are just going to roam all over the place. We have our grain dump and our grain fill point. Back here we have our windrower and our mower stored. Have covered silage bunkers with lighting here. So there's the trigger for one. Here's the trigger for the second one. We have our workshop with old rundown van. I don't know why that's there on the left. It's as if someone's actually thinking they're going to work on it. That's pretty cool. That's been detailed out. Back here to the sheep area. We're still trying to figure out where those cows are. Some of more of our equipment. have the sheep area. This, I suspect, is where the wool is going to spawn. You have a hookup as if this was where our sheep would have slurry, but I don't think they're actually going to produce any slurry. Got our food trough for the sheep. Just seeing if the sheep buy trigger is around the corner here. It is. Sheep. I'm wandering around up there. And I did see the water trough is over here on this side of the building. More of our equipment. And right here we have a huge fuel trigger. This fuel trigger is absolutely massive. It's basically this entire area here. Now over here. Oh, don't see him. Now there is an interesting mystery trigger right here. Not really sure what it is. See the box right here. Walk up to it. We don't get any indication in the F1 menu what it could possibly be. Not really sure what it is, but let's show you. There you can see the sides of the fuel box. Fuel trigger is just absolutely massive. You have this other trigger right here. Initially, I thought maybe this is where the eggs spawned, because it is basically where the chicken icon is. Maybe that's what that trigger is. It's basically marking the place of the chicken icon. Chicken area is back and around on the other side of the building. I am seriously not seeing the cows. Buy a couple more. Maybe we oh, there we go. Here is the water trigger. And they must extend around back into this whole big area. Okay. There we go. Now we know where the cows go. Now we know where the cows are. Alright. That is basically the main farm. What we're going to do is we're going to set up for a fly around, like we have been doing recently. And then we're going to come over to the shop, get our Mahindra, and do a little bit of a drive. Alright, let's go ahead and take to the sky. Go. Main farm here. Farmhouse. Chicken area. The sheep area. And the very large cow area. There is a little yard right here on the other side of the cow fence. Can open that door on that shed and store some equipment in there also. Make our way kind of down south. Way around. Beach. House is here along the beachfront property. And then this is where our shop is. Left sides. We're coming over here to the horse area. Basically the horse farm. That distance. Off in the distance, we got that nice big bridge. A cool bridge. Our satellite farms that we could acquire. There we have the map boundary and then the distance scenery extending on up and around. Let's make our way over here to the cell points. Cell point here in the front is our grain cell point. Then the cell point around the side is for logs and wood chips. See the cell point? Then this is that little area I mentioned. It's part of Field 9 that you could put some small buildings down and have yourself a little farm. Wanted to? Let's make our way over here to the BEA. We're going to check this out in more detail once we are driving around. Here we have the pig farm. Lots of this map is rolling hills. In fact, a fair bit of the map, not a fair bit, but there are portions of the map that I am a little curious on the maybe the design concept, because some of these buildings are clearly not level. They are built on a hillside, and it just, for me, it just looks a little strange. I want to ask you guys if maybe I'm just looking at it wrong, or if it is indeed not level. All right, let's go ahead and get our Indra. It is. PDA. Very large area here for vehicles to spawn in. Go ahead and come up here to the horse farm. So I think this is how we need to go to get up here. We are up here at the horse area. Not a lot of area up here if you were to want to kind of build it out yourself. Let's go and check this out a little bit. Come through here. This is where we are going to find our triggers. We have our buy trigger here. Side here we have our water trough, food trough, and our straw trigger. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way down. Do a little in-cab driving. We have a air balloon, hot air balloon, and we do have some animated ships off in the distance. Interesting details down here at the beach. Got a bit of a shipwreck right down there. We have some beachgoers. Bi-directional traffic here on this main road. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way up this way. One that's going to take us up to the main farm, but instead we're going to make our way over this direction. Got the BGA over here on our right. Let's just check. Do these hedges have collisions? No, they don't. Come on in here to the BGA. Like I said, during our flyover, we're going to check this out in more detail on our drive around. We have the digestate pipe there on our right, digester here on our left, and let's go ahead and just check out silage bunkers. Interesting detail here on the bunkers. It's almost like it's a almost like it's wood. Certainly can't be wood. Must be some form of, it does look like wood grain. Be the first wood-lined bunker that I've seen here in Farm Sim. And here we have our silage trigger, chaff trigger for the bunker 1, chaff trigger for bunker 2. Go ahead and move on around, see if we can't make our way over here to the pig farm. Very interesting map here. Didn't mention, but it looks like we do have all of our standard crops here on the map. It includes cotton and sugar cane. There we have a field of cotton. Just did a map video earlier this week where we had a map that had excluded cotton and sugar cane from the list of crops. I believe that was the first map that we've looked at that has done that level of modifying of the base crops. We've definitely seen some maps that have had additional crops added to them. Here we are at the pig farm. Got our food trough and our straw trigger right here. We have the sheep eye point with the slurry trigger. And let's see, do we have the water trough here on the inside, right around the corner? Now, I didn't see where the manure would pile up for the cows either, and I'm not seeing that for the pigs. So I'm wondering if maybe the manure is going to spawn in the pig area. We have seen a few maps where that happens. We have a road down here to the pond. This must be a water trigger. Back. We have the ability to store items in these sheds. Nice to see that they have just random stuff here. The sheds aren't just, completely barren and empty. This one actually is, but the other one was quite well populated with random things. Let's go ahead and make our way up here to the sell points. Got one of the forests here on the map over here to our left. Not a super dense forest, but I do like that we've got some dead wood lying around. We've got some stumps still in the ground. Nice details there. We have two-way traffic over here on this road also. Thinking that the red lines indicate primary roads and the yellow lines are indicating secondary roads that are kind of more narrow. We have the entrance to Field 9, which wraps around sell points, and that's the one that has that small flat area up here to the north. Oops. Here we have the PeterVill factory. This is the grain sell point for the map around the other side of the building. Here. And then we have a log sell point. And this is where we start getting some interesting buildings that aren't on the level. So this big brick building over here, it appears to be fairly much on the level. With respect to the base, we have a much narrower base up there to the left as we do over here to the right as it comes downhill. But we have, in like here, we've got this. It's clearly built into the ground. It's been leveled. But this building right here, not so much. I would just really not want to be in that building. Just feel like you're just sliding downhill the whole time. So it's that just starts to feel weird. We want to say that it is it immersion breaking type of scenario. Then we have the saw on the wood chip sell point there behind us. There in that heap. Some other buildings scattered around the map that I really haven't stopped to point out that also just feel like they are just crooked. Try to Try to hit a couple of these farms that we've missed at this point. Take a look at those. Here we have the small, got kind of a campground area here. Probably more supposed to be parking lot, campground, and such. But you could put some buildings down here if you wanted. What we need to do is we need to come down here to the animal dealer, spinnery and barn. Then we need to check out this other farm. Between field 49 and 47. Go ahead and just drive kind of first person, get a little bit of a at road level perspective of the map. Here we are. Animal dealer, spinnery, and the barn. First up, we have the spinnery over here to the side, where we're going to bring our wool and cotton. We can also bring the wool and cotton, I believe, up to the PeterVill Vill market, Vill factory. Here we have the animal trigger to purchase animals or load them up. Should you bring a trailer down here? And then directly in front of us, we have the sell point for the barn. This is going to accept hay, straw, grass, and silage right here in the center bay. Let's take a look here, figure out which road we need to take in order to go over here to the main farm. It looks like we need to basically make our way back around to the main road down there by the beach. Our gas stations on the map. And this is another one of those buildings that just feels... I first did a look around, it just felt weird because it just crooked. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been in a building that is clearly not level, but it is not a good feeling to be walking and know that you're walking uphill or downhill when you're inside of a building. Main farm, vehicle store, PeterVill market, PeterVill factory. Interesting. Very nice road signs. I like those. Of course, we probably would not have noticed those had we not jumped here and did a little, inside driving. I know this road is going to basically loop around. I thought we would just kind of take a little ride here along the country lane. I think that is the farm that we're ultimately wanting to get to. We'll have an outlet over here. by this farm. Looks like it just might be able to take a shortcut after all. Go. So this is kind of the arable farm that you could purchase because it doesn't have any animals around here. We've got a combination of old farm buildings, stone and brick, or newer block and steel type of buildings. You have space over here if we wanted to put in. Let's just see if it has. Doesn't have chaff triggers. We could pile up our root crops here if we wanted to, or anything else that we wanted to store kind of just outside. A fuel trigger. Plenty of shed space. Store things over here. These gates are going to open. Old basketball hoop in there. On a pole, another old Jeep, another old van, I mean. Here we've got another one of those buildings on a slope. Root crop storage in here. Let's see, do we have a trigger? Nope. This is just a big root crop storage, or I guess you could use this to pile your crops. That is a thing in Europe. Seems a little odd to me because we put just everything in silos over here in the States. Water spot over here, complete with a boat. And oh my, we have a little, maybe a little contamination going on. Uh-oh. Here we got a nice center island mound, old tree stump, and a new tree. The living tree. So guys, that is just about going to do it for PeterVill Farm. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of PeterVill Farm? Is this a map that you're looking to play? I know it's been highly anticipated. There's been lots of buzz and talk about it scattered around the interwebs. And it is finally out. Like I said, this map is available for all platforms. Let me know in the comments. Is this a map you're looking forward to playing? Until next time, happy farming.